From News 3 Now, this is breaking news.
We begin with breaking news tonight at 5. The jury in the case of Marshawn Giles unanimously rejects the defendant's plea of not guilty by reason of insanity.
And that is the same jury that found Giles guilty on 15 counts last week, including first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree sexual assault of a child. Giles' defense argued that Giles suffered a mental disease or defect at the time of his crimes, citing previous mental health diagnoses and records. The jury, however, found that the man was aware of his actions and capable of changing them. We'll have more on the jury's decision tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
But next tonight, continuing our team coverage at UW-Madison as protesters remain set up on campus.
We have team coverage with the latest updates as the protests now enter day 2. Our Jalen Banks is live at Bascom Hill with more from students who are not participating in the protest with their perspective of these protests.
But first, let's begin with Will Keneally, who is live on campus to show us what the police presence looks like, as they have been monitoring this since the very beginning. Will?
That's right. So we see about the same that we've seen throughout the protests the last couple of days here. About a couple hundred people, a couple dozen tents set up. Now, those tents are still technically a violation of Wisconsin Administration Code, but the WPD says that they have issued no citations and no arrests yet. And we heard from students overnight that is relatively quiet. But we did hear, though, throughout last night that police were staging, including at a nearby center at the Fluno Center. Now, this video last night shows an interaction between the police there and a local city alder from the campus area. Here's what he had to say.
The line of communication was just cut off. So that prompted me, Juliana Bennett, and Heidi Wegelheimer from the county board to go to the Fluno Center and try to get some answers. We are elected officials. We should know what's happening in our districts and in our community.
Now, we received a new statement within the last few hours from UW-PD. They said that what you see in the video clip is the end of a longer conversation, which included warnings by the police for them to vacate that building. Police said that they've been in contact with the alder since then. Now, with more coverage developing throughout the night as these protests continue, but for now, we'll go to Jalen Banks, who's live on Bascom Hill. Jalen?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, there's a couple hundred students still at the encampment, but UW-Madison has tens of thousands of students. So as you'd imagine, there are countless of opinions, takes, and perspectives on the protest, not only here in Madison, but around the state and country. I spoke with several students not participating in the encampment and the protest this afternoon and evening, and this is what they had to say.
Because we think that the things these people are going through in Palestine are bigger than anything we're going to go through here at Madison.
And like, I know if I say something, like, I'll get attacked for it no matter what. And I feel like I stand in a really complicated spot in that, like, I feel for both sides.
You could probably argue that some students might miss their class to come here.
We'll continue to keep you updated on the state of the protests as they continue, but for now, reporting live on Bascom Hill, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
All right, Jalen, thank you. And Madison wasn't alone in seeing these protests, of course. At UW-Milwaukee, students have set up similar encampments. The camp went up at the same time yesterday as it did here in Madison, with students calling for the same thing. One student says a lot of people are current students, some are community members, a lot of them are Palestinian. Aside from calls for divestment, the protesters are demanding that UW-Milwaukee condemns Israel's actions during the war. All demands have been met so far with silence.
The protests have continued to expand all across the country. Here's a look at the protests across the United States. Over 100 universities are facing protests calling for divestment from Israel. The majority of them are encampments like the one in Madison, but some are general protests that include peaceful demonstrations and smaller activities.
Columbia University now is restricting access to its main campus after pro-Palestinian protesters broke into and hung a banner reading "Free Palestine" at the university's Hamilton Hall. University leaders say they broke into the building using hammers last night. Early this morning, authorities at the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill were seen forcefully removing protesters, with school leaders calling the demonstrators outside activists. Protesters are demanding the school cut ties with Israel, arguing the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is now an issue they can no longer ignore.
And as these pro-Palestine protests continue across the country, a Jewish organization at one school has staged its own demonstration. The University of Vermont Burlington's Jewish campus organization, Hillel, set up 130 chairs, each representing a photo of the Israeli hostages taken by Hamas on October 7th. It's a reminder of the people who are still being held captive and who are unable to celebrate Passover with their families. It will remain on campus until classes end there on Friday.
And with all of these protests currently taking place, make sure to stay up to date with the latest information by simply downloading our News 3 Now app. You can find it in your app store for free. Just search WISC-TV. You are taking a live look now at our sky cam of the Capitol. Nice spring-like day across southern Wisconsin that could bring some showers a little bit later today. For more on the timing, let's get a look at your first warn forecast and Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Eric, yes, a gorgeous day today, and we are tracking a line of showers and potential thunderstorms through this evening. Then we trade that in for a breezy, mild, sunny day on your Wednesday, and then we trade that in for the stormy weather to return as we go on into your Thursday. Outside chance of a stronger storm west of Madison towards the Mississippi River. These storms are going to struggle, though, as they move towards the east. Here's why. Let's get right to it. The dew point. I bring up the dew point when it's necessary on a really, really hot, humid day, but also on a day like today where our dew points are generally low, 40s to right around 50 degrees. You want dew points in the 60s, well into the 60s, for strong thunderstorms to maintain themselves. So as these storms move off towards the east, towards temperatures that are mild, but dew points that are quite low and humidity that's quite low, they're really going to struggle tonight. Where those storms and the humidity are a little bit more prevalent and better chances are going to be over portions of Iowa. They have a tornado watch until 10 p.m. But even the showers and storms that have been developing as they move towards southern Wisconsin, they're dwindling, they're struggling, like I said. And as we move on further into our newscast, I'll be mentioning the track of this line of storms, and when we can expect the next line of storms, and what factors may lead to Thursday's severe weather to be limited.
All right, Alex, thank you. The mother of missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu will stay in jail as the search for her missing son now enters its 10th week. Today, a judge denied Katrina Bauer's request to be released from jail on a signature bond. This comes after her attorney requested her $15,000 cash bond be converted to a signature bond due to her inability to come up with the cash. Her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, was caring for the toddler when Vu was reported missing. Both Bauer and Vang face child neglect charges, but neither has been charged in the boy's disappearance. Both have pleaded not guilty. Madison police have arrested 2 suspects after a report of shots fired on the city's north side last night. This happened on Monterey Drive just after 9 o'clock. Officers responded to an apartment building where they found evidence of a recent shooting. Police made contact with the victim and later apprehended 2 suspects. They also found the gun they believe was used. They say no one was hurt as a result of the shooting. The Violent Crimes Unit is still leading an investigation.
Janesville police are investigating a shots fired incident that happened late last night. Just before midnight, officers were called to the 2200 block of Green Valley Drive for a shots fired report. On the scene, they found several shell casings. Police say no one was hurt and the bullets were recovered. Janesville police want anyone with information to call the Janesville Police Department. The number is 608-755-3100. Former President Donald Trump's criminal trial stemming from alleged hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels enters its 3rd week.
And today, the judge fined Trump $9,000 for repeatedly violating his gag order and instructed the former president to remove a number of offending posts from social media and his campaign website. Julia Benbrook now with the latest on the trial and how the public is reacting.
Former President Donald Trump's criminal trial continues today in New York. It's his 3rd week in what he says is a cold courtroom.
So I'm going to go into this trial. I'm going to sit in a freezing cold icebox for 8 hours, 9 hours or so.
The 45th president faces 34 counts of falsifying business records. The charges stem from a $130,000 payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election to cover up an alleged affair. Trump denies the affair and has pleaded not guilty. A recent CNN poll conducted a few days after jury selection started shows that only 13% believe that Trump is being treated fairly.
I think the people in America, people who are watching, to the extent people are, I think they see that it's a little bit unfair to the former president.
That poll also shows that the country is divided over whether the former president is being treated more harshly or more leniently than other defendants. On Tuesday, the judge fined Trump for repeatedly violating his gag order and instructed the former president to take down several offending posts from social media and his campaign website.
This order itself is to try to preserve the integrity of this trial. You don't want to taint the jurors. You don't want the jurors to have some outside influence.
And tomorrow, the former president will return to Waukesha for a campaign visit. That event will be at the Waukesha County Expo Center. It'll start at 2. It'll be Trump's second visit to Wisconsin this year. He made a stop in Green Bay earlier this month. And just ahead, GP meteorologist Alex Harrington. He's back mapping out his complete first warn forecast and our next chance of showers.
And with their backs against the wall, the Bucks are back in Milwaukee tonight. It's do or die time against the Pacers. Game 5 at Fiserv Forum.
And on Wall Street, the worst month of the year comes to a close with a 570-point drop for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. NASDAQ sheds another 325. S&P 500 tumbles more than 80. And we'll be right back.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Baths is looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. And now we want 50 homeowners who call and receive a free installation on a new bath or shower with no interest and no payments till 2026. Senior military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call Mad City now. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4460. That's 608-729-4466.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Birkenstock ushers in a new collection with clean lines, easier than ever closures, and the most necessary footbed in your closet. Slide into Morgan's Shoes and shop our new Birkenstock arrivals. See what's fresh for spring and summer. Birkenstock platforms and wedges, cork-powered sneakers, or up your game with our iconic men's and women's sandals.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care, because we get you. So get out on the road and stay safe with quality automotive parts and service at unbeatable prices. Like buy 3 tires, get 1 free, plus up to $100 consumer rebate on select Goodyear tires when you buy 4. 10% off all Carl Star lawn and garden and trailer tires or Laren inner tubes. And rewards members save $5 on Blaine's brand gold automotive batteries. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Kyle Pozorski walks us through past UW-Madison student protests to see how they have shaped current policies. Then Maddie Heimsch outlines what happens next with the Marshawn Giles trial, the man charged with killing and sexually assaulting a toddler. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
A unique treatment method that's changing the lives of neurodivergent individuals.
Understanding certain patterns of strengths and weaknesses can be helpful.
Jalen Banks continues his Time for Kids series with a deep dive into the Trefford approach. Tonight at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
Taking a live look right now at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. Tip-off a little more than 3 hours away for the Bucks, and with their backs against the wall. They're facing a first-round exit now, down 3-1 to the Indiana Pacers. The injury-ridden Bucks will have their hands full once again tonight. They could be without both stars Damian Lillard and could again be without Giannis. Both are currently listed as game-time decisions, as well as Chris Middleton and Patrick Beverley. They are the walking wounded. Tip-off is at 8:30 tonight.
In more local news now, we're inching closer to summer, and tomorrow area cyclists will get out to Bike the Berg to explore the Fitchburg area on 2 wheels. Cyclists of all ages and abilities will be challenged to bike a total of 150 miles or more this summer. They'll keep track of miles using any method, whether it's a phone, an app, or on a computer. The challenge encouraged cyclists to get out and discover what makes Fitchburg a top destination for bikers.
The real thing is just the feeling of freedom and getting out and enjoying nature. You look at today's date, it's beautiful. I wish I could say I ride 12 months of the year, but
Fitchburg has access to some of Wisconsin's finest bike trails and is home to 3 state trails and 3 local bike paths. It runs all the way through September 30th. For more information on how to sign up, go to biketheberg.org.
Next tonight at 5, the city of Madison is announcing a new way to step into the infrastructure industry as Madison's engineering division announces the launch of the Madison Infrastructure Training Engineering Program, also known as the MITE program, a new paid 6-month-long program giving participants the opportunity for some hands-on field training in things like concrete flat work, asphalt patching, and utility casting adjustments. It's designed to prepare trainees for a career in public work and learn how the city's infrastructure is built and maintained, and more about construction safety.
They're really important for young people, especially because if they didn't grow up in a household where they were hammering or they were working in construction or any tools, that can be really daunting when you're looking for jobs. And there are so many opportunities in our community.
Now, once the program is completed, the trainees will be considered for permanent entry-level positions in the engineering parks and streets divisions. A look now at your first warned forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington rejoins us. Alex.
Hey, good evening there, Eric and Susan and everybody on the other side of the TV screen there. Beautiful day today. You wouldn't think that thunderstorms are on the way and that unsettled weather is going to be the pattern for our future with such a nice day. We are tracking a line of thunderstorms for later tonight. We'll trade that in for a breezy Wednesday, sunny, mild, and then we'll trade that in for that next round of thunderstorms. Could be alert day conditions on your Thursday. 69 in Madison, 70 in McFarland, 70 in Middleton. With light winds out there, it's a pretty dry atmosphere. It's just the perfect spring day across southern Wisconsin. I hope you had a chance to enjoy it, and if you can get out at least early this evening, enjoy that as well, with temperatures upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. Now, why am I showing the dew point? Well, I'm showing it because there's an important reason. Dew points mid-40s, right around 50 degrees at best. That's really dry. So when you have a weather system moving into dry air, it has that chance to make that weather system kind of dwindle, kind of fizzle out. Still the chance of an isolated strong storm towards the Mississippi River. We'll track that line here in just a moment. If these storms can hold together, gusty winds, maybe some small hail would be the primary threats if they can hold together as they move off towards the east. Then we'll be looking at other severe weather chances as we march out forward towards Thursday. More on that in just a second. Future track model here showing that line of fizzling showers and thunderstorms at 10 o'clock. Notice a lot of the spacing between these showers and storms. It's not just one consolidated line because it's fizzling with that dry air that it has to interact with. By 2 o'clock in the morning, those showers are off to the east. There's a chance that there may be no thunder east of Madison tonight, just some showers left over. We start off very mild in the low to mid 50s with a breeze out of the west, and with sunny skies on your Wednesday, bit on the breezy side. It's still going to be pretty nice out there. Round number 2 that we get ready for as we go on to Thursday that we've been talking about for a few days. Isolated chance of severe weather. Alert day possibilities, though, as we carry on into Thursday afternoon and evening, provided some very key ingredients get together for these strong storms. First, number 1, we need to have breaks between the showers and storms. Right now, it's looking like Thursday is going to be on and off periods of showers and storms. That limits the heat. The warm front with this weather system needs to make it far enough to the north to bring in the warm air from the south. Kind of like on Sunday, when that weather system, we were tracking alert day systems, that warm front stayed far to the south, and part of that is the cool winds off of Lake Michigan blow all the way inland, and it keeps this warm front from trying to move in. So if we do not get warm enough, that may decrease the threat for severe weather on Thursday, which would be a good thing. We don't need the severe weather. We'll take the raindrops, though. 67 for a high on Thursday if that warm air can make it in. Otherwise, it could be chillier on Thursday. Showers on your Friday, a few more showers on your Saturday. And as we carry out further into the 7 to 10 day period, the mode is on and off shower and storm chances, but there will be dry time too. And look at the temperatures, 50s by night, 70s by day. Those would be temps you normally would see as we get further out into May. All right, a little traffic time here, a little slow on 12 eastbound, but it is 5:17 at night. That's what you would expect, about 50 eastbound on the south part of our belt line. As we go down to Janesville, going at about 70 miles per hour, that's what you would expect. Do we have about 70 in the Dells? We do, and you can open the windows this evening. Pretty nice night.
Alex, thank you. Higher prices have more Americans borrowing, and that has credit card delinquency rates on the rise. How it's impacting Wisconsin wallets next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When you've been seriously injured, you'll need a team with knowledge and experience to get the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
For affordable, American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day, call Mad City Baths. From easy access walk-in showers to walk-in tubs. Now we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 50 homeowners will save with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2026. Plus, call now for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City.
Wow, is that really me?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face.
I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
It's a facelift in a jar.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. We've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. People across the country look and feel years younger in minutes.
Here, I don't look 61 in 3 weeks, and this is only because of Plexiderm.
Holy like I look 15 years younger. The instant results are from naturally based silicates. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Check this out, the newest fantasy game from DraftKings. Just pick between 2 and 6 players and choose if they're gonna have more or less of a stat. Then compete against others for cash prizes. It's that simple. Okay, let's try it. Do you want more Kevin Hart or less Kevin Hart now? No? Don't answer that.
Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app today and score $50 in Pick 6 credits instantly when you play a $5 first pick set. The crown is yours.
What?
We've successfully represented people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. We know what it takes to get the results you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
Well, welcome back. The Federal Reserve opened a 2-day meeting, and topping the agenda, interest rates. They've been at a 23-year high since last summer, and all signs point to no movement from the Fed. Persistent inflation continues to dog consumers, even revealing its sticking power inside a slower than expected first quarter GDP report. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says the Fed is not happy when things slow down and prices remain high.
While the Fed pushed rates up to push down the inflation rate, they did a good job in the beginning. But let me tell you something. Inflation still remains a problem. It's running at 3 or 3.5% depending on the measure, and the Fed wants it down to 2%. So at this meeting, expect a lot of nothing.
Now, there is some good news, though. If you're a saver, you can get a 4 or 5% annual percentage yield on a short-term CD or money market account. Even savings accounts are up if you can lock it in now. Americans are struggling to keep up with their credit card payments, and delinquencies are on the rise in our region. Nearly 7% now in Minnesota. 7% of Minnesotans are behind on their credit card payments.
And here in Wisconsin, the delinquency rate is nearly 6.5%. Those are the highest rates since 2012. And Derek James tells us why those numbers could go even higher.
People aren't financing purchases at 20% interest because everything's wonderful. That's a clear sign of strain.
Bankrate's Greg McBride is among those closely watching the current rise in household debt. Credit card debt increased by $143 billion during the final quarter of 2023 compared to the year before.
Inflation has raised household expenses 20, 25%, sometimes more just over the last 3 or 4 years. Well, income may not have kept up with that. And so you have more households that have either run down their savings or are now running up debt in an effort to bridge that gap.
The amount of new debt isn't the only concern. Delinquencies and personal bankruptcies are also up in Minnesota. State court documents show 731 bankruptcies were filed in March of 2024. The largest number since March 2020, the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Bankruptcy attorney Tim Tyson says many delinquencies and the bankruptcies that often follow were delayed by the stimulus and other protections from the CARES Act.
A lot of people rode that out, as well as the moratoria on foreclosures and evictions and student loan payments, where that's all starting to come back.
Tyson says many people wait too long to file bankruptcy, which hinders a fresh start.
People think of bankruptcy as a last resort. They struggle. Sometimes they look at out-of-state for-profit debt relief agencies, which usually turns out to be a bit of a train wreck.
McBride recommends moving high-interest credit debt to a card with 0% APR, or as low as you can find.
Be sure to shop around, look for low-rate balance transfer offers so you can give yourself a runway to get it paid off once and for all.
And make sure to check fees for transferring a balance from one credit card to another. You may also get short-term relief by reaching out to your credit card company for help. We'll get a final check on your First Warn forecast with Alex when we come back.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on May 2nd at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Attention homeowners, time is running out to call Mad City Baths as we look for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Choose from premium wall patterns including Santa Cruz and Arctic Ice, infused with Microban for easy cleaning. In addition to baths, Mad City is also your trusted source for Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Last chance during this program to be one of 50 homeowners who receive promotional pricing with free installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts. And remember, it's your last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Zip code and location are important. Call Mad City Baths now. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Birkenstock ushers in a new collection with clean lines, easier than ever closures, and the most necessary footbed in your closet. Slide into Morgan's Shoes and shop our new Birkenstock arrivals. See what's fresh for spring and summer. Birkenstock platforms and wedges, cork-powered sneakers, or up your game with our iconic men's and women's sandals.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Get an 11% rebate on your outdoor project at Menards. Shop our great lineup of UltraDeck low-maintenance composite decking and the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscaping blocks. From decks, patios, fire pits, and more. Get free estimates fast using our easy do-it-yourself landscape and deck design programs. Visit us in-store or on Menards.com to get started today. Get an 11% rebate on all decking and landscaping block.
Save big money at Menards.
Dr. Ravel is one of the best. I mean, you can't ask for any other person in orthopedics that I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of people in orthopedics, let me tell you. Ortho team and Dr. Ravel are wonderful.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, our new report on scams targeting your loved ones that can cost them tens of thousands of dollars. The new FBI warning about elder fraud and how you can catch these schemes. That and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Well, tomorrow is May Day, a traditional celebration of flowers and warmer weather. On many ancient calendars, May 1st welcomed the first day of summer and was a cause for celebration. The summer solstice, the official start of the season, of course, isn't actually until June 20th, but in many parts of the U.S., daffodils and other flowers are already in bloom as April showers have brought those May flowers.
Many Americans observe the date by planting flowers or delivering a basket of flower bulbs to friends and neighbors. You can share your own May 1st celebration on social media with the hashtag May Day. That's right, it's the last day of April already.
We've certainly started to see some blooms out there now.
Gorgeous.
It's taken a while, but the showers brought, now we need some sun and warm weather.
Yeah, and we've got the warm weather in the next 10 days. Lows around 50, highs in the 70s, on and off shower chances. Actually, we're tracking a line of storms tonight, which will help those flowers and plants out there. Looking like the severe weather threat is low. We don't need that. Breezy on Wednesday, gorgeous May Day. Great day to plant those flowers. On your Thursday, though, it's going to be pretty rainy, pretty stormy. Could be looking at some stronger storms. If you want to plant flowers tonight, why don't you go out and do it? It's a nice evening for it. Upper 60s to right around 70. But then that line of thunderstorms will move into the area as we go on 10, 11 o'clock. But it should be fizzling as we move into the evening, making though for a nice May Day.
All right, Alex, thank you. And we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.